Hello ladies and gentlemen, welcome back your lovely faces to a brand new video here on the channel. Today's video we are going to take a look at a brand new article that the Barbarian Times put out last night regarding Dan Wootton. And they've also had a little talk with someone who's in the know. And there's some things in this which actually be like, oh wow, he asked for that. But this is just absolutely crazy. And this is coming on the Barbarian Times, so cancelling the canceller. How Martin Branning made Dan Wootton a time bomb. The GB News anchor has been suspended from his 600 grand a year show and fired from his 250 grand a year Mail Online column. Here we tell you how his fall was inevitable following the Barbarian Times special investigation. Dan Wootton's £250,000 a year Mail Online contract has been terminated following his suspension by GB News over the Laurence Fox misogyny storm, as new details emerge on an investigation into his conduct while writing for the website. The presenter's twice-weekly Mail Online column had already been suspended for the past 56 days, while lawyers for publisher DMG Media looked into the allegations in Barbarian Times' special investigation exposing Wootton as a serial catfisher and this. Wootton's primetime weeknightly GB News show, Dan Wootton Tonight, was taken off air after he laughed along with a sexist rant by political activist Laurence Fox, whose disparaging remarks about journalist Ava Evans provoked a huge backlash. In a filmed statement this evening, he claimed he provided Wootton with moral support and helped him to set up a crowdfunder following the Barbarian Times attack, which had left the presenter in hot water. Fox said that Wootton, distancing himself from his comments about Miss Evans after their exchange was aired, was therefore disloyal. And with that there, obviously, we did see that Laurence Fox, he actually just published all the text messages between them and actually showing everyone, this is what I'm going to talk about. The former actor believes he has been made a scapegoat and that the dual suspension shows that GB News, which bills itself as the home of free speech, is now the home of cancel culture. A DMG Media spokesperson said today that following events this week, DMG Media can confirm that Wootton's freelance column with Mail Online, which had already been paused, has now been terminated, along with his contract. The newspaper can now reveal details of the internal probe at Mail Online into Wootton's use of the online pseudonyms Martin Branning and Maria Joseph to obtain explicit images of men by deception, which he has never denied being or being connected to, that foreshadowed his sacking today. What really went on? A source close to the matter told Barbarian Times it has been clear internally ever since Dan's column was suspended that he would not be returning to Mail Online, although there were contractual obligations to observe, which meant a due process of investigation had to be undertaken. Once they suspended him, they were firing him straight away, so there's that, so that's always a good thing. His moments of madness with Laurence Fox live on air gave the pretext DMG had been waiting for. Wootton will not be seen at Derry Street again, Mail Online's Kensington HQ. And again, I told you this in the video, all like the last 2 or 3 videos, where this is what they've been waiting for. Yes, they can look into what he'd done in his past, and again, it could be that he's done criminal things and the police need to look into that, but these places are like, well, he hasn't done anything with us at the moment, he's been fine, there's nothing out of the ordinary that he's done. But with this, so they're like, right, that's what we needed, that was a catalyst, we need that, we're going to get rid of him now. That's what it's been. As part of its wider probe, this newspaper can reveal how top DMG lawyers and editorial decision makers spoke to at least one of the celebrities Wootton targeted with overtures for the explicit material. The Barbarian Times reported last month how Wootton pressurised former Big Brother star JJ Bird to pose with no clothes on for photos, having initially offered him money for an underwear shoot for a supposedly legitimate brand in shoot at Wootton's home in London Shoreditch. Mr. Bird said, he invited me to a test shoot at his flat with a fee attached. At that time, I was trying to fund my boxing career and develop my career in entertainment. Dan was a big name in the world of showbiz journalism who had the power to do that. Looking back now, it was a complete abuse of his power and position. He should not have been offering to do that kind of thing. Again, we've talked about this. At the time of the incident, Wootton was just beginning his career with the Mail Online sister publication, the Daily Mail. In a video call on the 14th of August, Bird gave his detailed account of events to Geraldine Elliott, a partner at leading London law firm RPC, appointed as external counsel by DMG's head of editorial legal, Liz Hartley. It followed detailed discussions between Wootton and Mail Online bosses in the wake of the article that the Barbarian Times published, in which we first unmasked Wootton as the hidden hand behind Branning and Joseph. External lawyers from another top law firm, Kingsley Napoli, had already been brought in by Wootton's previous employers, News UK, publishers of The Sun, to investigate the revelation that Wootton used the fake identities to harass men, including newsroom colleagues, to try and either trick or bribe them into sharing explicit digital material. Wootton had previously said he had made errors of judgment in the past, but has branded the criminal allegations as simply untrue. His representative previously told The Guardian that Wootton did not at any time contact current or former colleagues at The Sun with offers of money in return for explicit images, and did not engage in inappropriate behaviour in the workplace. This newspaper understands that Wootton was summoned to a meeting with DMG chiefs and asked for his account of the events, and that he denied the truth of some elements of Barbarian Times' investigation and refused to discuss others. There was a sense that Dan could have done more to meet the questions he was being asked. The source said it gave the company plenty of pause for thought. Well, obviously it would, because he's going to be there and he's like, no, I haven't done anything. All of this is lies. And as they say, there was a sense that he could have done more to meet the questions. He was probably just sitting there going, no, it's fake. It's lies. It's dark forces. That's probably what he was actually doing. Calling for accountability. Wootton's column was only officially paused after this newspaper published digital evidence on the 3rd of August to show that the email addresses for Branning and Joseph used an 8-character password also connected to Wootton's personal website email address, his official work email address, his LinkedIn, MySpace. Oh wow, MySpace. Now that is taking me back. Among others, exposed in an open source data leak. The odds of the account sharing the same password were, according to the eminent PhD specialist in mathematical prediction modelling, vanishingly small. If I remember correctly, it was something like 200-odd billion to 1, something ridiculous like that. By this point, the allegations were too serious to ignore, and the evidence was mounting up. It wasn't an option to not comment. This newspaper further understands that Wootton requested additional financial support from DMG when we started exposing him on the 17th of July. Straight away, he was asking the newspaper, the Daily Mail, the actual company, I need money off you to fight this. What? And it says by here, a second source close with knowledge of the matter said Dan wanted external help regarding the impact of the Barbarian Times investigation, which raised eyebrows at the Mail. At the time, he was earning the best part of £1 million a year, and the need for him to enjoy further financial backing was not immediately obvious. He was appearing 4 nights a week as the anchor on a national news channel, known in the industry for paying pretty well. That was hardly going to go unnoticed. Yeah, 600 grand a year just for his talk show. It is understood that some of the actions of Wootton's lawyer, Donald Blaney, a solicitor who appears to specialise in representing individuals aligned to hard-right politics, were also unpopular at Derry Street. Blaney sent out legal letters to third parties on Wootton's behalf, denigrating Mail Online as morally reprehensible over the alleged leaking of information about his client. As part of its investigation, the DMG Media's lawyers are understood to have spoken to several of Wootton's former colleagues. The investigation and the coincidence of Wootton's on-air troubles at GB News have given DMG Media the impetus to finally sack Wootton in a manner consistent with Wootton's own calls for accountability for other media figures accused of workplace and other wrongdoing. So that part right there, before we do finish the article, we've been bringing this up for so long. I have brought it up, I have no idea how many times. Wootton has gone public on record stating if people get accused and they're on a national show, they should be suspended until it's been looked into. When people started saying that to him, he was like, no, that's wrong. They can't take me off air. They can't. And then he does his little dark forces. They're trying to get him taken down, trying to get the channel taken down, and all this nonsense, which is exactly that. It is nonsense. But it says by here, they included most recently Wootton's calling out to his former ITV colleague Philip Schofield, who quit the channel in May when details emerged of a relationship with a junior colleague, leading Wootton to brand Schofield the most loathsome man on TV. Island Times asked DMG Media whether the Mail Online investigation into this newspaper's allegations about Wootton was still ongoing, and if not, what it had concluded. It did not receive a response. So again, with that, they're not even talking to other people about this investigation that they're currently doing on Dan Wootton. But that's the Daily Mail. So he's fired from the Daily Mail, he's been suspended from GB News, and what are the Sun doing about this? You know, the Sun is where the majority of all of this happened, and again, if they actually have the bank records, which a lot of the people actually state that the Sun, or the newspaper media group, they will have all their records still. All they got to do is say, well, he said it was to be paid for this, but why is it going into this guy's account? But ladies and gents, that's what we got for this one today. Let me know what you think about this down below, because they were just looking for a reason to sack him, and this is the reason now everyone is going to go and be like, yeah, we don't want him here. They were looking for that one specific little thing that will just go switch, and it'll be like, right, you're gone. Bye-bye. This has been it. But ladies and gents, if you are new to the channel, please like and subscribe. Let me know what you think of this down below, and I'll see you all soon.